God, hey guys, no matter how this episode goes, Matt and I just want to tell you, Matt and I were just super funny and charming and just charismatic as could be right before we started recording. We'll see if we can keep it up.
We're all dead with Chris and Matt, two idiots, friends in a great big chat. Meet the boys and hear their words. Their brains are full of stinky old turds. But what would you rather do instead? We're all dead. We're all dead. We're all
Oops, I moved my mic. Sorry.
Okay, so that is not part of the charisma formula, Matt.
Oh, God damn, I'm readjusting again.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Endless tweaking. I do like the new arm.
It is helpful. My new
To
microphone
have arms. I was talking about the arm, the bionic one that you got, that is attached to your body now, but covered in your skin.
It can throw up a middle finger at 1,000,000 miles an hour. My new
Can it throw a baseball at 1,000,000 miles an hour, or is it just the middle finger? Ah,
yeah.
it's not a rookie of the year situation where all of a sudden you can go be on the Yankees Dodgers.
Robot of the Year, my new movie about a baseball playing teen who hurts himself and wakes up with a half bionic body. Oh, Chris is holding up a big fat cat.
She's not fat. She's fluffy.
Hey there, you big old fluffy fat boy.
This is Eva.
It's a girl.
This is Eva. She is, she's bugging me. I had to leave the door open because my kids are starting to roost and wake up. So I don't want them to be scared and lost. But now that means the cats are going to jump in on my lap in the middle of this.
That's good parenting instinct. I don't want my children to be lost.
Lost, sad, and alone. I don't want them to go wandering through our neighborhood. Because if they don't know where I am, they might go commit petty burglary in our neighborhood.
Petty?
I don't want to be on the hook for that. Yeah, they can't pick up big enough and expensive enough things. So it would just be petty. It would be a misdemeanor.
You've never heard of jewelry, the perfect child size object. Hey, it's the most swallowable, stealable object there is.
Let's make sure it's insanely expensive.
Thank God it's so much money.
I texted you last night that I was watching Thief by Michael Mann.
Yeah, his
speaking of jewelry,
I've never, or I don't know if I've seen it, or if I have, it's been a long time. James Caan.
James Caan.
Yeah,
he plays a jewel thief who's at the top of his game in Chicago.
Ooh.
So it was set in Chicago, shot in Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah, I actually got berated by a hipster who worked in the camera department on a couple of shows that I worked on. He was like, he's just the most, I'm trying to say this delicately, annoying person ever. he was just like not nice and was kind of a jerk to people. More cat. More cat.
Your kitty cat.
But anyway, he blatantly said in front of people, he's like, yeah, I don't think that way because I'm cool. And he meant it. Like he was just like, I don't know what's wrong with those people because I'm cool.
Whoa.
And they don't get it. Yeah, he's a character to be around. I'll say that.
Saying that cool is so awesome.
Yeah.
It's that's reserved for only the coolest people. Hey guys,
you have to talk about how cool you are. I don't know. You got to be cool.
I've been thinking about this, like if I go to someone else's like party, if someone has like a barbecue, I keep wanting to like stop the party, like ding 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 ding, everybody like stop the party and just be like, look guys, I just want to thank such and such for having us here. It's such a big day. And even though I just got a big promotion at work. It's not about me today. It's about them. All right, y'all.
Everybody enjoy. Cheers to our hosts.
Yeah,
what a dick.
Even though I'm a time traveler from the future, let's not talk about me today. It's all about our gracious hosts. Just want to stop a big part, like a wedding.
Ding, 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 ding. I know this is a big day for everybody. I just want to let you know that I got a new Mazda Miata yesterday. And yes, I know what you're thinking. The top does come down. All right.
And yes.
Cheers to the...
Obviously, it's a 2005.
The latest year model that they made that car. So sorry. The cool guy.
Yes, cool guy.
Berated me for not having seen Thief by Michael Mann. He's like, you live in Chicago and you work in film and you've never watched Thief.
I've seen thousands of movies and I also have not watched Thief.
Yeah. Well, I put it on last night and I still haven't watched the whole movie because I fell asleep. It wasn't because of the movie. It was because of my physiology. If I lay on a couch, sit on a couch, see a couch, I will fall asleep near it
you're
in the near future.
One of the most narcoleptic people I've ever met. It's crazy. I think we said on the podcast that I found you in my driveway sleeping. He came to my house, drove to my house, and then fell asleep in his car in my driveway parked. Just like, this is as far as I can fucking make it.
Yeah, I was just so relaxed. I was listening to whale sounds, so I blame that. I blame that.
Blaring whale sounds and brown noise in your car
the
while you're driving.
The whale migrates through the oceans.
That's the whale sound? Is a guy talking about whales?
No, it's a whale talking about whales. They trained him how to speak.
Oh, that's a whale speaking.
We like to move slow. Yeah, I guess, I don't know, man. I'm narcoleptic.
Dude.
I love the song Narcolepsy by Ben Folds 5. I should warn you, I go to sleep.
Dude, hey, hey everyone, welcome to We're All Dead.
Oh, welcome to our podcast, guys.
That was our cold open.
It was definitely cold. So cold, so fresh.
Dude, I want to start off with some shout outs to
we're shouting?
Listeners, baby.
Yes.
Look.
That's me snapping like I'm in a coffee shop.
Look, big shout. I know who our listeners are. Dude, big shout out to Timmy and Hank. What up, Road Dogs? Timmy and Hank.
What up, Road Dogs?
Listening now. Dude, our
Timmy, Hank.
Our girl Brooke over there. We know you listening, Brooke. What's up, Brooke?
Hey, Brooke.
And obviously, my David Foster Wallace boy, Jeremy. Shout out, Jeremy. What's up, dog?
Jeremy.
And, big shout out to everybody else in the WAD Squad.
The WAD Squad. We are all dead. And let's not forget our UK listener, unnamed.
Our goddamn UK listener.
Is he still checking in from across the pond? Do we have the current metrics on this?
I haven't checked. I have seen some Iranians. Hey, what's up, boys? You're a part of the WAD Squad.
Hey, man. Hey,
which
guys.
We need to talk about.
We did not do that stuff, okay? We disapprove. Or I do anyway.
What?
I don't think people should bomb other countries.
Dude, that is
if they don't have to.
That's a controversial take.
Yeah. Hey, man, don't bomb people if you don't have to bomb them. They're not doing anything. They're fine.
I can't believe you just moved past WAD Squad.
I love it.
Made it. So
I've been calling them that the Wad Squad the entire time. I've been calling the Wad Squad since the beginning, man. It's in my mind.
Dude,
it is gross. The fact that the acronym for our show is WAD.
We deserve it.
Yeah.
So I thought of Wad Squad sending messages back and forth to Jeremy. Who made the print up there. But yeah, I called him a Wad Squad, and I was like, it was so stupid. Just pretending like someone is a fan of mine is the dumbest thing.
Yeah, I will never ever use that term, and I will never
literally
call them fans.
Jeremy's the guy I run into walking around. So.
Yeah. Much like Henry said when he was here with us on the pod, it's for most of the people that listen to us, it is your friends talking, and you just aren't able to interject into the conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we're all friends. Are you meowing?
Oh, shout out Henry.
Shout out to Henry.
Shout out Andy Livengood.
Henry, Andy. Well, Bentley also mentioned that he's been listening, which is that was very kind of him to be like, hey.
Oh, well, that shout out to Timmy was.
Oh, that was
Bentley's brother.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure.
And his road dog
which
Hank.
Timmy we were talking about.
His road dog Hank's literally a hippo he has on a leash. No, it's just he's a gigantic
so that's the context
dog.
for the road dog thing. I was just like, all right, I'm going with this road dogs thing.
I did a comedy show, and Timmy happened to be in town and swung by and watched it, and he brought in Hank, who is like a 4,000-pound German Shepherd mix or whatever he is.
God.
It's huge. Sweetheart puppy.
Cute.
But monster who eats like raw beef like all day. I was like, oh my God.
Sounds expensive.
So we saw My Little Dog the other day. So My Little Dog chased Hank one time, the only time they ever met. And my dog's 13 pounds. She's in love with Hank. It's insane. So she chased him.
It's that big dog, little dog stuff.
And
it's a magical thing.
He spun around and just playing, he put my dog inside of his mouth. Just like opened his mouth and covered my entire dog. I was like, oh my God. Luckily he was just playing. Woo.
Jesus.
Bye-bye, Pepper. Adios.
You can just swallow her whole. At least she's not injured.
Just living inside of...
Arguably, that would be worse.
Speaking
Don't
of that,
swallow me whole.
There's a movie coming out, or it's going into production. I think Josh Brolin is in it, and I don't know who the main guy is, but
Josh is not the main guy.
It's a very stupid plot based on a novel, but it's 100% serious. Like it's taken 100% seriously, and I've heard it's a great book, but it's like a dude who goes looking for his dad's body, and his dad went like scuba diving or some shit off of the Pacific coast somewhere. Yeah. Went scuba diving, died. This kid goes out looking for his body, scuba diving, and a whale swallows him. And then
swallows the kid looking.
Okay. And the movie is a survival movie inside of a whale, and he has an hour of air. And it's cutting between him inside of a whale to him and his father when he's growing up. And like the parallel of like his life and this event. Yeah. It's called Whale Fall, and it's supposed to be a good book. And I was like, that is the craziest plot. It's Pinocchio, but like, no, for real. A guy like swallowed.
Real. Yeah.
Which is hilarious.
It would be very convenient if his dad
was in the whale too,
teaching him how to survive living inside a whale.
And here's how you survive.
Yeah. if you've only got an hour worth of air, son, here's what you do.
If you're freezing to death, here's how you make a fire inside of a whale's belly. That is how Pinocchio gets out, I think.
Does that make him sneeze or something?
I think so, yeah. I think he starts to
gives him heartburn, makes him barf.
God, what a terrifying scene that is.
Ugh.
Chris is young. Dude, this is fucking... I'm going to...
Early, baby.
Quit the podcast.
But no. So, but did you see the two kayakers that got swallowed by a whale?
Yes.
That was a crazy video. To have that on camera.
And there's a POV from the woman who gets swallowed.
There is? Oh, I haven't seen the POV.
Dude, the water around her kayak it looks, all of a sudden, it looks like it's boiling, and it's from the school of fish trying to get away. It's like sardines, dude.
Nice. Okay.
Just billion sardines come to the surface, and then
yeah,
a humpback whale mouth.
Yeah, and the humpback is like thinking he's gonna get a nice mouthful of delicious, sloppy, slippery little sardines, and then he gets a big kayak and a woman going,
two people. Those two people. It got two people in its mouth.
And then he just like, no, I don't want that.
They must have been right in his blind spot coming up.
Yeah,
because they're smart. Like, they very rarely accidentally bite something stupid.
Yeah. They whales, they're so cool.
I was just watching Planet Earth, dude. It's so good. I love whales.
Oh man,
they're so good.
I don't want to see any sad stuff about whales,
dude. It's Planet Earth is the saddest. Every episode is horribly sad.
Yeah.
Whales are cool as fuck. We have a huge bottlenose dolphin pod here, and our bottlenose dolphins, they have a hunting technique that only the ones in Charleston do.
Yep.
And
I saw
people
that
study it. Like, scientists come here and study it, and it's just they just taught themselves how to do it.
Yeah, they do. They intentionally beach themselves.
They'll slap fish onto the shore and then beach themselves and grab it.
Go grab them as the fish are flopping around,
like a little tiny killer whale. So, some killer whales like them, like some killer whales do, and some don't. Some don't know that they can do it.
Right.
Like everything whales do is taught.
They hand down techniques through generations, and
they don't have
one successful dolphin or whale beached themselves and was able to get back in the water. They're able to teach, they're like, okay, so don't go too far.
Yeah,
we
just watched on the Planet Earth, a orca was teaching his two baby or teenage orcas how to eat stingrays, and it was like a giant school of stingrays in the ocean, and it was it was like a type of manta ray, some weird ray. But anyways, it was like they're too fast. They're faster than the orcas, so the orcas, it has to teach its kids how to keep circling them and hurting them. Yeah. And then they get exhausted and like dense in their school, and then they can like shoot in and grab stuff. So it's like teaching them how to do it, and they're just watching, and then they're trying to simulate it and like messing up. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I mean, that is incredibly complex communication for what we would consider just like, And
I'm
look
watching,
at how watching your cat is.
I know. I was like, I'm watching your cat just not communicate to any other cats, not talk to you,
just looking around.
Just does this. I'm just doing my own thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lick myself a little bit over here.
Daddy, teach us how to
incredibly
eat
picturesque place.
Teach us how to eat the stingrays. Nah, I'm chilling.
Yeah, I'm just I'm gonna lick my paw for a while.
I like
lick
that.
My fin.
I like that killer whales are not scared of like a 25-foot great white shark. They're just like, shut up, bitch. They're just they'll jab it in its gills as hard as they can, and it'll die in like 2 seconds.
I found out that they specifically target the liver of the great white shark, and that's the only part that they'll eat. They only kill them.
Nice.
They bite them.
Fatty acids.
They get all the nutrients. That's the most nutrient dense part, and the rest is a bunch of fucking cartilage. So they just bite that and let the other fish eat the rest of them.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, they're smart. It's targeted. Like they know exactly where to bite. They teach each other that.
One of the biggest food sources for great white sharks is dead whales. They just find dead whales. That movie, The Shallows, was that Blake Lively? Maybe it was.
We talked about Blake recently.
The Shallows is like she goes surfing in some hidden bay, and the bay is like, it's terrifying because it's like 15 feet deep across the entire bay. Like there's no deep part of it. And she goes out surfing, like, and she's like way out, and she sees like something floating in the water, and it's a dead whale, and there's like a gigantic great white shark eating it. And then the entire movie is her running from a great white shark inside of this bay. It's very, very stupid.
She could have just gotten in the whale.
Oh, great idea.
Combine this with whale fall.
Whale fall. Which a whale fall is when a whale dies and sinks.
Falls to the ground.
Yeah, which they said sometimes can take like 2 months, depending on where it is.
Yeah. It's just like, it's pretty buoyant.
Yeah, and it's sometimes it has to sink like 5 to 10 miles down. It's like, dude.
Yeah.
If you're just a crab 10 miles down at the bottom of the ocean and a humpback whale just like falls on you, you're just like, yes, come here.
I'm going to eat my way out of this pickle.
Shut up.
If it falls on you, that's a lot of weight.
That's true. Damn it. Dude, if someone threw the fucking Miller Lite bottle off the side of a boat and it sank for like a week and then just crushed one crab at the bottom of the ocean. It's like, damn it.
Yeah.
Rippling side effects throughout nature.
Yeah. Would you say it's life out of balance?
Koyaanisqatsi. Dude, you can't get anything by me, bro.
Okay. All right. Nailed it.
Koyaanisqatsi.
It's so good.
It's so good. Speaking of surfing, your favorite guy was in a movie called The Surfer, which I watched.
The Surfer?
Nick Cage, baby. Dude,
nice.
This
Nick
movie,
Cage.
We could have filmed The Surfer in 4 days. And the entire movie takes place in a parking lot next to a beach in Australia. And he tries to go surfing, and these guys are like, get the fuck off the beach, locals only. And he's like, but I grew up here. Yeah, I'm not kidding. The movie never leaves
the parking lot.
Like he wants to drive away.
Like real time arguing about a locals only surf spot.
No, it's like 3 days. Like his car dies and he sleeps in his car and he keeps trying to go to the beach. It's like a fever dream of a guy trying to go surfing. It is like a fever dream.
And if he never gets to surf,
dude,
does it end with him like catching a wave?
Gotta get to those waves.
He's got to get to the waves, man. That would be a huge letdown if he never gets a wave.
You find out that the group of like, they're all like in their 40s and 50s. All the other surfers that are there that are running him off, and and you find out that the head surfer guy is actually the head of a men's group, like an incel type, like you guys want to be alphas? Like that's actually what the group is. And so he's running
like
a bunch
the
of
coolest guy ever,
a bunch of quote unquote alphas.
Oh wow.
Which following the lead alpha guy is the beta-ist thing you can do, you dumbasses.
Yeah, there's only one alpha in a group. There's
Dude,
not.
speaking of alphas, check this out. Look, my dog is crying and looking at me because her blanket got pulled off of her bed, and she wants me to put that blanket back on her bed.
Oh, you better do it, man. She's the alpha dog.
She's going to cry during the podcast if I don't fix her blankie.
I can't hear her screams.
Pepperoni, come here.
See, ladies and gentlemen, that is the difference between dogs and cats. My cats only scream at me when they want food.
All right.
Or attention.
See,
or for me to put their blankets back down.
See that?
Aww,
see how comfy she is now?
Look at how happy you just made this beautiful little pup.
All right.
That's ridiculous.
Hey, your kid's going to walk in a minute and you're going to have to jump up and run away.
I know. I can't have evidence of me just being like, go turn on the TV, kids. So I will have to do some fatherly things. Performative only.
My asshole dog just walked out of the room.
The little piece of shit.
God damn it.
right after you had to, we made it happen. We gave her the blanket. She's like, not as comfortable as I thought. Thanks, but no thanks.
Thanks for trying, Dad.
Yeah.
Dude. Hey, it's a million degrees here. And,
yeah, isn't there a heat wave on the East Coast right now?
Yeah, it sucks. It's real hot.
It's the coldest summer of the rest of your life.
So I did like 3 or 4 months ago, and the owner of this company came to the comedy show a few days ago, but I did a bidet commercial for a dude in town here who has a bidet company called Happy Cheeks. Another shout out. So I did this funny. Yeah.
That's great branding.
I don't think we talked, dude. So
Happy Cheeks.
Henry wrote it. I think Henry and Mari wrote it, and then we all acted in it. But the guy gave us all.
Yeah, how were those scenes where you're washing? Do they show your
close up of my butt? That would be hilarious, actually.
On a water fountain.
Triple X bidet commercial.
Having not used a bidet, I'd be like, how does it aim directly at your butthole?
Well, there's a little lever that adjusts, like you can adjust a couple of inches one way or the other, forwards or backwards. So
can you adjust it while it's spraying? So you can get it go whoosh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can also shake your rump around. But dude, check this out. We did this commercial, blah, blah, blah. The guy gives us all free bidets. Yeah.
That's what the song Rump Shaker's about.
Shake your rump.
Instructions for using a bidet.
So he gives all of us free bidets for doing this.
Oh, nice.
And set up, get a bidet. You'll never use them the regular toilet again. You're just like done with this. Yeah. Okay. So we get a bidet. When you use a bidet, when it's 95 degrees outside, boiling water hits your asshole.
Why is it so hot?
It was like 2 seconds of like normal temperature, room temp water, and then boiling water. I was like, dude,
Jesus Christ. That is. I bet. Yeah, I mean, normally people would be like, it's cold. It makes you go a little up. But you don't think about boiling hot water splashing against your butt.
For a split second, it felt amazing. And then it was way too hot.
Do you remember that movie Demolition Man? Starring Sylvester Stallone?
No, I don't. I don't think about it all day, all the time.
I do too. It's got one through line, bidet related, that I still think about to this day.
Is it about the 3
clamshells?
Seashells?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, there's a running gag.
Yes.
It's the stupidest bit ever.
That movie's genius.
He wakes up in the future. He's like a badass cop or whatever.
He's got to hunt down the same criminal from like 1999.
Yeah,
he has to hunt that same criminal down like in 2050 or whenever it is.
Yeah, the criminal like
actually it's
cryogenically
like
froze himself.
It's like 2019, by the way, in that movie. We're like way past that date.
And the future is not nearly as progressed as isn't that sad that every time someone envisioned like cool shit in the future, they're like flying cars, we're gonna have those, but like
we won't have flying cars in 30 years.
We're never gonna have them, probably.
Too dangerous.
We can't have nice things. But
the
3 clamshells,
seashell there, yeah,
3 seashells. Yeah, he just for some reason he goes to the bathroom. He's like, "Where's the toilet paper?" They're like, "Oh, toilet paper. Ha ha ha. What an archaic idea."
Whoa. What was that?
Kitty. This is the cat.
Oh.
About to knock everything over.
I bought my mic at the same time, and I was like, how did I knock something down in his house? Weird.
But yeah, so the 3 clamshell thing.
It's how you wipe your butt somehow.
Yeah, and he's like, huh? And they never explain. I mean, obviously, why would you explain how to use it? It makes sense in the context of a movie. You don't need to spend you don't need to make a tutorial about how to wipe your ass in the future. But I'm still confused. I always think about it. I'm like, how would you even use 3 seashells? And why would everyone use the same 3? And there's just like, it brings up so many more questions.
They figured something out that you don't understand because it's the future. In that game, Cyberpunk, that I was playing and I beat, in Cyberpunk, I found a bathroom that had 3 seashells on a rack next to the toilet. I was like, it's a nice Easter egg. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Dude, Demolition Man is Wesley Snipes' best acting. He's so good.
So good.
He's a really bad guy. He's like
he's a real nuisance and
pretty mean guy. Crazy. It's insane. His performance is wild.
Yeah.
Anyways,
turns out he's really good at playing a psychopath.
Yeah. Man, I want Wesley to come back. We need him back. We need Blade.
Let's get him on the horn. Hey, Mr. Snipes, could you be in our movie where you reprise your role as the bad guy from Demolition Man?
Dude, it's so fun. When Black Panther was coming out, everyone kept saying like first black superhero, and I was like, Blade is a black comic book superhero. He's the man, dude. He's a daywalker. Also, not true. Spawn is also
Spawn. There have been these movies before. But
shut up, Black Panther. You don't know what you're talking about.
Never in like the Marvel Cinematic Universe as we know it now.
As we know it now.
But Spawn is a Marvel.
It is.
I don't know what Blade is. Blade, I'm not sure.
I think Blade might be Marvel. I don't know.
We're gonna lose our nerd cred for not knowing this off top.
Who cares? Nerds. Give us a call. 3 Beer Wad, California. Give us a qual Wad Squad.
Give us a qual. James Qual. In addition to Demolition Man, I also think about $1 Billion Movie almost regularly. Where it's like, I'm gonna get skit on my nose.
Skit.
I'm gonna hashish,
dude.
I'm gonna hashish. I'm gonna cut my fucking arm off.
Yeah.
And then he's like in the montage of them clubbing and doing drugs and like having a crazy night. He gets his arm cut off.
Yeah. Tim and Eric's $1 Billion Movie. Yeah. They party so hard he cuts his fucking arm off. And he wanted to. Like he just has a guy cut it off. He doesn't. It's not an accident.
It's like a tattoo artist who just you know, just another day in the life of this guy. He looks so bored, and he's just like,
my favorite in that montage is when Eric gets a huge fish hook put through his dick, and it just shows this hook going through his dick, and it cuts to his face, and he goes, "Ooh, ooh." That movie rules, dude.
It's so fucking funny. Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly, Robert Loggia from like all these 80s crime movies. He plays the lead villain, and
R.I.P. Robert Loggia.
He's so funny in it because they did all sorts of like, you know, Tim and Eric stuff in the editing process. They'll keep a slightly like goofed up take, like, because it just makes it funnier.
They use,
and I'm sure Robert Loggia was pissed when he saw it. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with these guys?
They use clips that like
a paycheck
where the actors don't think, like, they're not in a take. They're just like out of character, and like they'll use that footage for their show and movie.
My buddy Trevor Morgan, who he's I mentioned him before. He was like a child actor along, like like The Patriot and all that stuff, and Jurassic Park 3 and a bunch of like big, like huge movies back in the 90s. But he was directing something, and his code word for like start rolling before I let the actors know that we're rolling was Bill Murray.
Hilarious.
Yeah, he would just be like, "Oh, Bill Murray," and we would all like start recording.
Interesting.
Yeah. It was, and I'm gonna have to talk to him and ask him why he refers to it as Bill Murray, because I never got the story. We were so busy working and stressed and trying to make our days and stuff that I never got the full story.
Like Clint Eastwood does that. He just starts rolling and he doesn't say action or anything. He just like rolls, and then he just like walks to the actors and is like, "All right, whenever you guys are good to go."
Yep.
And
it's like, "All right, we're ready."
Pretty good.
Yeah. He doesn't want to like oh no. Yeah, the fanfare of a typical movie set is a little much sometimes, depending on what you want to do with, you know, how you want your your actors to act in the scene or whatever. It can like
dude,
break
like,
the reality for them. It's too much.
In like Mystic River, which Clint Eastwood directed, such a great movie. Like Mystic River has so many scenes of people just sitting and like quietly talking, and they're talking about like one of their daughters got murdered. Like, it's bad.
Dude,
and it's like
such a good movie,
and it would be like, but those scenes, if you were just sitting there and it's like Sean Penn and somebody, and then it's like your daughter was just killed and blah 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 blah, it's like, all right, and action. It's like
it takes away so much like of the intimacy, like of the situation.
It's just like, if
I guess
2 seconds before calling action, you just run up and spray hairspray in Sean Penn's face. You'd be so pissed.
He's swarmed by hair and makeup folks. Yeah, that would be.
I see all the time.
Yeah, totally. I mean, depending on what kind of show you want to do and what your approach is to directing actors. Hitchcock famously, he was like, "Oh yeah, actors are living props. That is it. You hit your mark and say your fucking line, and that is all I want you to do.
Yeah.
If you can't handle me saying rolling and cut, I will hire someone else to do the job."
I was like, Stanley Kubrick was like that too. He was just a motherfucker to all of his actors. And he'd be like, "Yes, I got it on the second take, but I made you guys do 50 more because fuck you guys.
Thanks for that."
You want to talk up again?
Like very David Fincher, the like making Jake Gyllenhaal pick up the phone and say hello like 100 times.
Yeah, he does that. But he does it for like his editing and stuff too. Like, he has an incredible amount of takes.
It's like, my assistant editor needs to stay busy or he gets into trouble. So I need him logging footage all day.
It's his nephew.
It's like his nephew.
He's got a coke problem.
Barely holding on. Yeah. That's the only reason if that came out, as an actual story, that would be the funniest thing in the world.
It
to
explains why his movies are so brilliant.
Just like, because he's trying to protect his wacky nephew from fucking up.
Like Mindhunter wasn't supposed to be like all green screen and like composited shots, and his nephew is just like doing it on coke, just adding in like, I'm just gonna add in a bunch of cars in the background. He's like, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, we're good. We have a ton of actual cars. We paid a lot to have these classic cars flown in here.
So the first assistant director of the Outer Banks, he was the first assistant director for Fincher on Mindhunter, and
sick.
And he said that there was a shot in it where a car was driving by, and the camera was whip panning with the car, following the car, and the car was supposed to go through a puddle, and the water was supposed to hit the lens right as it goes past. And he said that they did like 75 takes with a stunt driver driving the car over this puddle. And he was like, and it's not in the show. He was, because the water never hit the lens the way he wanted it to. And he was just like, all right, it's like, we're not using this. It's like, Jesus.
What?
He's crazy specific, David Fincher. Like,
yeah,
he tells the camera guy, like, you land, like, you're going to move from here, and you're going to land with like this at the corner of this frame, this at the corner of this frame. And
yeah.
And if the guy misses it, he's like, all right, he's like, do it again. He's like, they'll just keep doing it until he nails the camera shot.
Which, I mean,
he knows what he wants. But if his stuff wasn't so good, I would be like, he's a big dickhead. If his movie sucked, it would be like, this guy's an asshole.
Yeah,
which he probably is an asshole.
I love what he gets.
He's great.
I'm not crazy about I don't know. It's his movie. He can do whatever he wants. It's up to him. It's between him and the producers that are paying for it. It's not really my concern necessarily, but it would be kind of frustrating to spend that much time. Imagine being that stunt driver. And you're like, oh, yeah.
It would be awesome.
I did 75 times, and it was awesome. Like, I did this. Well, I mean, it doesn't sound like it's that exciting for him, actually.
It's safe, though.
It is safe. He doesn't have to flip a car or whatever.
Dude, we fly.
But that's how you get the money.
Dude, the
big money in stunts.
Oh, is that?
They give you a stunt. Yeah.
That's like, dangerous.
Yeah. On your Exhibit G for SAG, you get a stunt bonus.
For Righteous Gemstones, I watched this giant stunt guy get shot in the chest like 50 times with a shotgun and go flying backwards onto bricks. Like it was a brick driveway.
Ow.
I can't remember which season 2, or I think season 2, but it's like a fat dude gets shot. And so they got this big stunt guy who's his size. And he was practicing with a mat. Like they had a cable yanking him backwards. These two giant dudes were pulling him off his feet. And he was just landing on this mat. And then they reduced the size of the mat, and then they took it away. So he was just landing on bricks. And dude, after like 5 takes, he was so messed up. Like, he was sweating and like red and just like, and they're just like, all right, well, let's go again. And he's like,
okay.
Danny McBride's just like, all right, one more time. He's like, God damn it. Okay.
That sucks. So the stunt adjustment for the, I talked to the second AD for The Dark Knight, the Chicago unit, where they were doing a bunch of motorcycle
while
stunts.
We lived up there. It was awesome.
Yeah. Well, I think it was before I lived there.
I was living there.
Yeah.
I remember the hospital exploding. Like everyone in Chicago knew they were going to blow up that hospital. It was crazy.
Yeah, which is an awesome scene.
Incredible.
Yeah. The way the delayed explosion.
Yeah, it didn't work.
He didn't break character because he knew that it was the only one they were going to be able to do. So the motorcycle driver, he's like this incredibly well-known French stuntman. Sorry for not knowing your name, sir. When you listen to this,
Pierre
LeBlanc,
Pierre Lavino.
Yeah, he would get him and his wife. They're like, we get the stunt adjustment up front in cash, and before I get on the bike,
Nice.
you hand it to my wife. She counts it, and then I will drive.
That's dope.
That was his, like, every time he showed up on set, it was like 30 grand in a handbag.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Dude, I bet they went
every day
shopping. Like him and his wife.
Yeah.
Michigan Avenue, baby.
Yeah. I mean, there's only so much stuff you could get,
dude,
for the, I don't know. It's crazy to think that, like, I mean, because he was also like, anytime I get on my bike, I could potentially die.
Yeah, of course.
Because he's doing insane shit on a proprietary Batmobile motorcycle thing that was like driving in between columns and craziness. Yeah. But then Christopher Nolan shot some of those stunts on a miniature set of the street under Lakeshore Drive, those tunnels.
Lower
they
Wacker.
Reconstructed. Yeah, they reconstructed Lower Wacker.
I thought that was all done in the tunnels. He actually built Lower Wacker as a set. That's crazy.
As a miniature set.
Because I guess they do blow up the columns and stuff.
Yeah, certain scenes that they just couldn't shoot in actual Lower Wacker without using just like tons of CGI explosions and visual effects stuff that was going to look whack. So he was like, we're getting this in camera in a miniature set. But the fact that it perfectly matched in like these prop building, like set builders, set painters that can texture every surface in a way that makes it look exactly like,
you know,
oh,
dude, I watch painters.
Their modeling abilities are fucking phenomenal.
Dude, I watched a painter eyeball a wall in a mansion and then just like mix paint and paint something that matched. I was like, Jesus. Yeah. Like they just did it by eye. I was like, holy hell.
Yeah.
Dude,
it's a skill. It's such a skill. Those guys are amazing.
I was going to say for
guys and gals.
The Matrix Reloaded, the second one, that highway chase scene.
Yeah.
That entire highway they built. It's like 2 miles long or something. It's like 2 or 3 miles, and it's like an interstate. And they made that entire thing in Australia, and they wrecked like 300 cars. I think they wrecked 300 Cadillacs filming that scene.
Jesus,
I believe Cadillac donated the cars.
Yeah,
and were like, give us back any cars you don't damage. And they gave them back no cars. Because like the weird ghost twins with the dreads, they're in they were in the new Cadillac like Suburban thing.
Yeah.
That was like a big promo for that SUV.
Escalade?
Yeah, it's like an Escalade or something. A tire. It was one of their. It looks like half a truck looking thing. But anyways, I can't remember what that's called. Maybe.
So the back was open, so it didn't have an enclosed trunk area.
No, you'd have to see it. It was a weird thing. But anyways, that's just a crazy amount of money in a set to build. It's wild to do that.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Christopher Nolan also is like, honestly, Oppenheimer, which I thought was a really good movie. The explosion where he's like, I'm gonna do it for real. I'm gonna really have this explosion. And then it's like the atomic explosion was okay looking. It's like, why didn't you use some CGI to add to it? Like, why not? Make it look good. You have the money to make good CGI. Yeah. It's like, you don't have to explode whatever.
Yeah.
He just wanted to explode something. That's all. I mean, I would too. He's like, I want to crash a plane into an airport, which he did for Tenet. And he bought a plane and crashed it into an airport. And it's like, you just wanted...
I bought the airport. Crashed them into each other. It's
craziness.
Fun. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, some of that stuff not being done with CGI is kind of silly, but
It's like you can at least spruce it up, I guess.
yeah.
The problem is,
And they often do. Even people. So
well, there is CGI in there.
Yeah,
It's
there's a great series. This VFX artist on YouTube. He's like from Sweden or something, but he has a really fun series where he's like talking about no CGI.
Yeah,
actually means there's a fair amount of CGI. Like there are so many people because it's just a marketing thing. People are like, oh yeah, we got all this in camera, like Top Gun Maverick. They're like, we practiced this stuff. We have stunt pilots. They did, and they shot reference of everything with these stunt pilots, but then they redid every single shot with a VFX shot that included a CG model of the airplane,
just in case.
And,
they do that too. But they did really put actors in an F-18 and fly them. That they did do that.
Yeah, they filmed that.
It's just not. There's shots where there are like missiles exploding in the background. It's like that's obviously added. Exactly. They didn't really have.
Yeah, you're not going to shoot a missile near Tom Cruise while he's flying around. There's just certain things that are you're going to use CGI for that,
dude. His last. They should do one more Mission Impossible, and the last stunt should be him holding on to a missile, and they fire it, and he flies 40,000 miles an hour.
I'm gonna one up my holding onto an airplane bit that I did.
Tom Cruise disintegrated in the air. Dude,
I saw a great thing. It was like a behind the scenes where Tom Cruise is doing this motorcycle stunt where he like base jumps.
Yeah, he goes off of that mountain.
And it's just his co-stars are like, he doesn't need to do any of this.
Yeah, he has a stunt guy.
Why doesn't he let the stunt guy do this? Because it's pretty cool to drive a motorcycle off a mountain. Yeah.
The entire
that's why he produces movies.
Idea.
Yeah. That's why he like writes and he produces these movies, and he's just like, we need a bigger stunt here.
I think he does write them with.
I think he
Christopher
definitely
McQuarrie. He just doesn't get credit.
Possibly,
but he's for like stunts and shit. He's 100% the guy. Like he's doing all of that.
He's thinking of all the set pieces and stuff like that. Because
I want to drive a Mini Cooper through Rome.
Like,
okay, Tom.
I want to simulate crashing a helicopter and then save it at the last second for real and shoot that. Like they really did.
That was awesome.
That. Yeah, he's insane. He is incredible.
Those movies are awesome.
I love me some Cruise.
And Mission Impossible has good humor.
I'm a Cruise goose.
It has humor in it that's really funny. The way it's kind of dropped in. Like they do jokes in Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah.
There's a scene where he fights Army Hammer in a bathroom like 2 Mission Impossibles ago.
Yeah.
And he rips the U joint off of a sink, like the U pipe, and is like hooking people's legs and sweeping them. Like it's a wild scene, but they like beat Army Hammer to death basically. And but it's so funny. They're trying to move his body, and it's just like a dude covered in blood, and his face is like smashed. And then like a random guy walks in the bathroom and sees them, and Tom Cruise just immediately like holds Army Hammer's head back, and he's like, "Hold your head back, hold your head back." Nasty nosebleed, nasty. And the guy just like turns around and walks out. And he's like,
the guy's
like,
let's get out of here. I don't want to know. Yes.
But no, they're so impressive, dude. Hanging onto the side of the plane is wild.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of switching gears from the big stunts. Philip Seymour Hoffman Mission Impossible.
Yeah, 3.
I've seen that clip coming up a lot. People have been using that as a meme template of just like of Philip Seymour Hoffman like doing his weird look at Tom Cruise and Tom Cruise crying and saying no.
Yeah.
No. No. Perfectly timed tear falling out of his eye. Yes. And
his controlled Scientologist tear.
Philip Seymour Hoffman
Dude, Phil Seymour Hoffman, the greatest ever.
He was Phil.
Such a great bad guy. dude.
Oh, he was awesome.
In Punch Drunk Love, he's one of the best bad guys.
Shut up. My favorite is the outtake that it's the Music Man, and he like jumps off the top of a semi truck onto a bunch of mattress. Oh, it's so and so the mattress man.
The mattress man, yeah.
Yeah, bounces off the mattresses and fucking beefs it right on the concrete. And that was really him.
Which is a parody of a guy doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But on accident.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so good, that stunt.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You say that's that mattress man. Dude, Punch Drunk Love, great movie.
It's one of those that I could have never thought of that kind of a story. I never would have imagined. Like if someone gave me that script and it didn't say Paul Thomas Anderson on it and just gave it to me, I'd be like,
this is insane. Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's fun stuff in here, but I don't really get the tone.
It's about
you see the movie and it's all tone and it's just all like atmosphere and like this
pace and stuff.
Yeah, it's incredibly compelling to watch, but yeah,
it's just about a weak-willed plunger salesman.
Yeah,
who
but he
finds a harmonium on the side of the road.
Yeah, and he also finds a loophole in Healthy Choice yogurt,
which is true.
So that
pudding snacks.
Pudding snacks.
Yeah.
He would buy. They would ring up as individuals in a pack of 4, and he would just buy pallets and pallets of this shit,
and
so that he could claim the
miles.
miles for it. Like airfare. He's like, I can fly anywhere.
He was like, if I spend like $5,000, I can fly for the rest of my life for free. So he's buying like shitloads of pudding. But that was a real story that like Paul Thomas Anderson's friend did or something. He like figured out that they individually barcoded the cups.
Yeah.
But fruit cups or whatever it was. But I love too. He's like, yeah, I do sales, and she's like, do you sell pudding? He's like, no, that's something else, and then doesn't explain it further.
Oh no, that's something else. Yeah. I don't have to get into that right now. Yeah, it's just such there's such a cute awkwardness to their relationship.
It's sad and funny and cute.
Yeah.
Also great cameo, Robert Smigel as like one of his sister's husbands.
Yep.
And
he's talking to him. He's like,
he corners him at a party and goes, you're a doctor. And he's like, yeah. And he goes, I'm really sad, like all the time, and starts crying. He's like,
I'm a dentist.
I'm a dentist.
You're a doctor, right?
It's just such a funny, like, you're a doctor.
Yeah.
I'm really sad all the time. It's like, okay.
So, and Marilyn Rice Cub.
Yeah, Marilyn Rice Cub is great as his sister.
All the
She's
sisters.
Such a fucking beast.
They are so mean to him. It's great.
He has like 7
what the
sisters.
Fuck, Barry? What the fuck?
What the fuck, Barry?
Yeah. Fucking retard, Barry.
What does he have? 5 sisters or something?
Yeah, it's some number where it's just overwhelming.
Do you have any siblings?
They're very pushy.
I do.
Like,
yes.
Yeah.
5.
Wait. What?
And it just like someone's like, "Do you have siblings?" And he's like, "I have 5 sisters." It's like, good lord. Like, oh yeah, and his sisters keep calling him on the phone at work, and they're like, "Barry, are you coming to this fucking party or not?" And he's like, I said I'm coming. I already told Linda I'm coming.
Yeah, it's like, well, you better come. Okay, bye. And it's just like everybody's so.
After like 4 phone calls, he's like, I don't even know if I'm really even going to come to this party.
Yeah, he's getting badgered to death. I don't even know. Yeah, it's just people watch Punch Drunk Love. It's fun.
It's so good. And Luis Guzman is the man in it too. His little small part. Yeah, dude. When Adam Sandler runs and trips over a plunger and like fucks himself up, and he's just like Louis. He goes, I don't know who put this here, but please move it. Someone could hurt themselves. Somebody already did. I hurt myself. It's so good. I could just sit and fucking quote it all day.
Yeah.
All right. This is a very movie heavy ep.
Yeah. I mean,
also,
we do that sometimes.
I mean, I burnt my butthole too. That's cool.
It's true. And you didn't film it.
Yeah.
Which I'm upset about.
I mean, I usually do film.
But how do you fit a camera inside a toilet? Perverts want to know.
Perverts everywhere demand answers. All right. Well, guys, we did it.
On that note, yeah, I shout out to the WAD Squad.
WAD Squad.
We're definitely going to be using that a lot moving forward. So get used to it.
Shout out Big Hank.
Shout out to Big Hank. Eat that little chunk of pepper.
All right.
And shout out to huffing cleaner fluid behind a Wendy's dumpster. You know what I'm talking about, Bentley.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to say shout out to the Huffington Post. I was like, why? Keep up the good work, journos.
Yeah, you know I like that HuffPo. I like that mid 2000s era blog style news format that you could always find typos and spelling errors.
I haven't read Huffington Post in a few years. Let me know, is Trump still bad or is he good now? You don't have to read anything. You fucking know what it's going to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Predictable slant.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Predictable Slant featuring the burnt buttholes.
Predictable Slant featuring the burnt buttholes.
Episode
title. Love you, Matt. Love you, everybody. We'll see you again soon. Bye.
Don't Tim Allen us.
You got timmed. Do you think he said that when he got arrested for cocaine trafficking?
You're under arrest.